Howdy there, partners. What's going on? This is Ruby Doo, and welcome back to another episode of G&A Podcast. Woohoo! Hot damn. And I am joined here by my wonderful co-host,
Sober Oni. You jumped through like 5 different accents in that. Just want to let you know that.
I know I started off like, I don't even know where I started, and I certainly don't know how I ended.
I mean, they were all Southern. They were all just different Southern dialects.
Yeah. I went from Alabama to Mississippi.
Yeah,
to
you just did like the world tour of the South right now.
Yep, we are all over the Bible Belt here on G&A. But yes, we are here for another week of anime goodness, and we have some good episodes and some good shit to talk about. So without any further delay, let's get into it.
With Kakegurui, everyone's favorite gambling show that's airing right now.
Or potentially ever.
Potentially ever. My favorite gambling show. Because I've never seen Kaji.
Mine. I don't think I've ever watched another gambling show in general.
It's a really low bar we have for this show right now. It's the best gambling show because we've never seen another one.
Exactly.
Alright. So yeah, this introduced a new character. Yume Mite. Was it Yume Mite? Yes, Yume Mite.
Yeah. Yo, I fucked up her name like so many times in my own head. Like, I was like, Kumu Mite, Yama Mite. Like,
yeah. I don't know. I actually wrote this down while this is the note I was writing down. You thought I was talking about Death Note. But I just realized Yumeko and Yume Mite are so similar. I was wondering if it's intentional that was like them potentially setting up a idol group because their names are so similar, and idols usually have similar naming schemes or something.
Yeah, that's probably why they named her name so, because they even mention it like, oh, that's why I want to make you an idol, because oh god, that name.
I forgot it already. It was like Dream Cream.
It's Dreaming Creaming Sisters.
Yeah, sounds like
Jesus Christ. I'm like, do they know that like the porn is after you fail as idols, not before?
Yeah, before well, that's just like the other show, Bang Dream. I guess they're taking their cues from Bang Dream.
Oh god, that was gross.
Dreaming Creaming Sister.
You
know that's the name of this episode, right?
Oh god, yeah, probably. That makes sense. Dreaming Creaming Sisters. I actually like her.
I think we're gonna have some disagreement on her because I'm indifferent. I don't hate her, like, but at the same time, I feel like she's really cliche as the term of like the idol who hates her fans.
Yeah. That part is very like, yeah, it's very. I'm not a huge fan because I'm not a huge fan of that. No pun intended, but well, first of all, her dream of getting an Oscar, I'm just like, that was like, what?
Yeah, I was kind of out of nowhere. Really good route there, taking.
Yeah. But I will commend that she truly has, like, an idol mindset, though. Like, like, oh, I'm going to do whatever it takes and do what I gotta do to become
crush
an idol.
Everyone below me so that I can stand at the top of the idols.
No, it has nothing to do with crushing other people. It's literally just all about, like, just how good you put yourself in. Like, literally just how much time you put into it. And unfortunately, to be great, you have to put all of your time into it.
Yeah, I did like the whole angle where it's like literally you're kind of betting your life. Because once you become an idol, you have no life anymore.
Exactly. Like, she was a king when she said, I'm going to have Yumeko bet her life. Because it's like, yep, you won't. It's just going to be dancing and singing practices, meeting with your friends, yada, yada, yada. Like, this is something that happens in Korea all the time. Like, fun fact, do you know when groups debut for at least, like, most if not all of them, they don't have cell phones.
Why?
So no distractions. I'm
Well,
serious.
yeah.
Like, and the only way, and some companies will be like, oh, you can get your phone after like a year or so, and then others are like, you can get your phone when you get number one on a music show.
You can get your phone when you die, and I'll get back to dancing.
Exactly, but that's just the kind of mindset that like you need in order to become an idol. Just very just restrictions upon restrictions.
Can this become an idol anime now? Can we shift from gambling to Idolmaster?
I wish I want an idol show where it's literally just like super drama.
Oh
like,
my god, I want an idol show. I want an idol show where it's just a bunch of crazy idols backstabbing each other. Oh my god, that'd be so great.
And like all their bodies are just like falling apart from injuries, and they have to keep pushing through it.
Oh man, it'd be so great if they did like an idol show and like it'd be super anime where it'd be like over the top. Like maybe one of the idols will set up something where like the other idol gets in a car accident or something, and then she can't make the show, so she gets cut from the team. Oh
my god, it'd be so great.
Japan, get on this.
Yeah, I know. Or like you can get into like the background of like people who like manage the idols and like the stuff they have to go through to like putting resources. Like think about anime about a guy that's like put resources in like funding like his own company and all these backhanded deals that he has to do. Like maybe he even has to go as far as like pimping out one of the girls just to get money.
I've seen that in a few dojins, so that wouldn't be new to me. But I think we're getting way off track.
I told you I had a lot to say about this.
Speaking on the episode itself, besides the idol stuff, I did like how Yumeko's like circle of allies is expanding with what's her name coming back from the second episode? Fingernail Girl.
Fingernail Girl.
Fingernail Girl. When she gets a better role, I'll try to memorize her name. But for now, she's Fingernail Girl.
Yeah. I like that too. And I like as Yumeko's influence is growing, the student councils is shrinking.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
Their power is starting to wane because all the losses due to Yumeko.
Yeah, and they're starting to kind of backstab each other now.
Yep. Now the second year people are making a grab for power. The second year student council members.
Yeah, I like how the plot evolved from just, being the gambling opponent of the week to kind of just doing this overarching school plot about balance of power between the student council and Yumeko being like the savior of all the house pets.
"Quote unquote savior."
Yeah, she like that's the other thing. Like they view her as like, oh, she's gonna take it to the student council, and she's just kind of like, no, I just like gambling.
Yeah, I just want to gamble.
I did like there was a couple of things that were really, I don't know if you picked up, but there was three main things that I noticed that were like really attention to detail. Like first one was kind of obvious, I think, but it was when the Fingernail Girl showed up and then wanted to be Yumeko's friend, and Yumeko kind of grabbed her hand and like, touched her fingernails, and she kind of freaked out for a second.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's pretty hard to watch her like go all crazy spasm face.
Yeah,
like, that's what
I felt like it was like a subtle threat from Yumeko to like, yeah, you can be my friend. Just remember what I did to you with the fingernails and everything.
Yeah, I almost slipped your fingers and toes and life.
Yeah, the other one was right after that when Suzui and Mary are just looking at her. Mary just reaches down real quick with her fork and steals Suzui's like chestnut or whatever that was. But no one ever reacts to it or brings it up. I just felt like it's a perfect capitalization on just fuck Suzui in his life and Mary just taking advantage of it.
Yeah, exactly. She just eats it. Like, hers is perfectly right there, but she just eats it.
Yeah, she just takes it. Like, all right, fuck it. And then the last one was the every time. Well, not every time, but a few times when Yumemite was transitioning between her past and her present, and whenever she shifted personalities from being like fake idol to her actual personality, the transition was always like through a mirror. Like it would pan to a mirror and then pan out of the mirror, and it was like, I don't know, it was really, for this show, kind of allegorical. kind of metaphorical at least.
I didn't catch the mirror part. That I didn't catch.
So some good attention to detail in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Even if there was no actual gambling.
There was no actual gambling, but it was still a good episode.
Yeah, it was. It was. I'm actually looking forward to next week's because I have no idea what they didn't mention what they were going to actually do. I don't think.
Yeah, we don't know what the game's going to be, but you can bet that she's gonna cheat because that's what they all do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We totally overlooked how savage Yumeko was with the voice recording.
Oh yeah, she's like, well, it's not fun if all this betting is just one-handed. Like the stakes were just really high for Yumeko, but not for,
Yumemite.
Not for Yumemite. All it would have did was cost her some money.
Yeah. And Yumeko's like, fuck money, we're betting lives here.
Yeah,
so it is kind of a fair trade-off.
It is. Which, by the way, was, in my mind, I would just go as far as say it was a retaliation from the third-year student council students. Because they helped Yumeko sabotage her.
Yeah.
So third-year students aren't exactly going down without a fight to the second-year assholes.
I love how all this shit is just crumbling for the student council just because Yumeko likes to gamble.
Yeah, right? Because, I still just like to gamble.
And her idol outfit was kind of cute. I like her in pigtails.
I don't like her as an idol.
Really?
I can't. I don't see it. I like her with the serious, kind of crazy,
I prefer her school outfit look, but I think the change of pace with the idol uniform was nice.
Maybe, but she kind of just talks and looks the same to me, so it's like.
I look forward to seeing her. First off, I look forward to next episode. I hope they play the game in front of the huge crowd, and I get to see them in their cute dresses having the weirdest, creepiest, fucking crazy faces while everybody's just watching them.
I hope she just goes Super Saiyan and her hairdo just gets undone and her hair just falls down back to normal. Yes. That would be amazing.
I do hate how they kind of showed the traitor though at the end. I get you would automatically assume it's the second years in the student council, but I don't know. I feel like they should have left a little bit of mystery in there.
You mean the third year?
Third years, yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like they could have left a little bit of mystery.
I'm surprised it was the girl with the hoodie.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If they I would have thought it would have been someone else. I would have thought it was the vice president. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
is that the vice president?
Is she? I assume she was because she's always there. Or it might be the girl with the mask is the vice president and she's the assistant. I don't know.
Yeah.
But in any case, I would have assumed it was her, not little girl.
Yeah, that was an interesting episode.
All right.
Moving on
speaking of interesting episodes.
Yeah. It wasn't so much interesting as it was just a good episode, a great episode, which is why it's our episode of the week.
Episode of the week. Actually, probably my episode of the season. But yeah.
Fate Apocrypha. Bwee, 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 bwee. Yeah, just a lot of stuff happened.
I have almost 2 pages of notes on this, and I never even go over half a page. I'm I don't know where to start with this episode.
All right, bitch, take it away.
First off, I want to say the Chiron versus Achilles fight is the Conor McGregor versus Mayweather of our generation.
Really?
I mean, just in terms of stakes, I guess. In terms of Achilles versus Chiron is pretty hype.
First of all, Chiron is a total badass. Remember how you were like, oh,
all right. I'll concede. Chiron is pretty badass. He's pretty legit. I'm getting on his side now.
Yes, because he is cool. I can't wait till he turns into a fucking Centaur. What is it ironic?
Oh my god, it's gonna be just like Centaur. He's gonna start stampeding and shooting the
Exactly.
He's gonna channel Hime.
Exactly. That's when he gets really dangerous. He's gonna have beautiful hair and I don't know, a cute vagina.
But yeah, no, I think it was one of the shorter fights in this episode, but at least it looked good. And I'm hoping that it gets extended next. First off, I think the next episode is going to be another just one long episode of nothing but fights. So I'm hoping that
because it's kind of not like done yet.
yeah, exactly. No one's fight is really done yet.
Although, speaking of getting on people's sides, I will get on Atlanta's side because I have to give shout outs to her because she was really badass this episode.
She finally got her time to shine with her fucking crazy noble phantasm and
giant arrows followed by one big also Nuki arrow. Like
Spartacus.
Bad it didn't kill Spartacus. But.
Yeah, Spartacus kind of was OP with his Resident Evil fucking T-virus noble phantasm or whatever that just keeps regenerating and he gets like an eye in his shoulder at the end or something weird.
Yeah, oh, that was fucking disgusting.
Yeah, that's really weird.
Yeah. Also, speaking of people who had badass moments, also shout out to Joan. Like, I'm telling you, who's the Red Assassin? I keep forgetting her name.
Oh, Red Assassin is Semiramis. I'm pretty sure I'm probably pronouncing it horribly wrong. Somebody correct me in the comments. I'm sorry, I don't know ancient Babylonian pronunciation very well.
Yeah, I'll call. I guess. Well, you know what? We'll both sound like idiots then.
Yes.
Idiocy in solidarity.
Took me.
Yeah. Wait, what was it again? Sumeris?
Maybe it is Sumeris. I said Semiramis, so maybe Sumeris. Sumeris. Let's go with Sumeris. It sounds like a better name. It sounds like an actual name. Let's go with Sumeris.
So, okay, alright, I guess it's Sumeris now. Sumeris with her broken thing. First of all, poor Astolfo just taking all the L's this episode.
First off, Astolfo should have been used that horn when she whipped out. I'm gonna keep calling her she. When he whipped out that horn, it was like, oh wait, I have this horn that just kills everything in the sky.
Yeah, I don't know why, but then she's like, doesn't matter because I'm kind of a caster, and then just blows him out of the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty.
I forgot he also lost to Mordred.
Yeah, also, he's in the process of getting his ass kicked by Mordred.
Oh no! Did you see the bit at the end after the credits? Because I know you usually forget those.
Oh shit! I did. Wait, that fight pretty much just finished.
It literally just they didn't show the fight. It was just after the credits. You just see Astolfo on the floor and Mordred pointing her sword at him, and then Sieg shows up and is like, "No, you're gonna fight me now." So I guess that's gonna lead into the whole fight that we got at the beginning. But yeah, so Astolfo just got her ass kicked.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Astolfo was kind of beaten up from taking how many bolts of magical energy to the face.
I think Astolfo took the most damage this episode.
Yeah, Astolfo got fucked up.
Well, Astolfo got fucked up, and I would say Fran got pretty fucked up from a mental side point.
That's one, yeah. But yeah, I don't want to stare off because I wanted to
Okay, yeah, keep going.
That was a tangent from Sumeris. Yeah, Sumeris blows up fucking Astolfo, and then keeps trying to kill Ruler, and that last he's like, "Well, disappear, Maiden of Hope, or whatever the fuck your name is," and just shoots a mega laser beam at her, and then fucking Joan isn't harmed one bit. She's like, bitch, you're gonna have to do something a lot more harder than that to kill me.
Yeah.
It's a lot more than that. And I'm just like, ooh, that's really badass, Joan.
I did like how they couldn't resist putting the one tiny fan service scene where Sumeris put in the chains and it just happened to wrap Joan up.
Yeah, it just had to wrap around, just squeezing her breast, of course.
Yeah, of course. So, shout out to that.
But yeah, I guess let's get all sad now for Fran.
Oh, Fran, I feel so bad. First off, I love how they did a silent movie style thing for her backstory. That was so nice. It was I feel so sad, and the silent movie treatment is kind of accentuating that.
She's so messed up because she's a creation. And she's like, guts? And
he's like, no. Fuck you, Victor. I love Fran. He obviously has shitty taste in people. Fucking.
She's not really a person, but alright.
Well, okay, whatever.
She's definitely not.
Yeah. She's a person on the inside.
Not even. Maybe multiple people on the inside, as in like multiple body parts. But yeah, and then she just... I love how, like, in the beginning of the scene, like, he just starts punching her.
Yeah, that was fucked up. That was kind of fucking horrible. Like, oh my god.
I feel like you should just start... I feel like you should just burned her if you really felt that way, instead of just, like, physically just abusing her.
Yeah, that was fucked up. Also, I'm glad to see Shiro's still OP when it comes to fighting servants.
Yep. He still can take them on fairly well. Also, I didn't know that Shakespeare is the one who made his Noble Phantasm.
I kind of have a feeling. I had a feeling it was, because I'm like, Shakespeare's just chilling there doing nothing. I'm like, oh, he's definitely like a support caster that's just there. He's a support,
but like, when you said that Samaris was also a caster,
yeah,
and like had the ability to like build shit, like create shit. First of all, I'm pretty sure like. The cast, like, I think this is the only series of Fate so far that I can think of, or they had the casters, like, build something. Like, they can summon stuff, sure, but I've never seen them build something. Like, in Fate, there's Medea, she didn't really build stuff, she just put up a bunch of barriers and shit.
Yeah, like, they never really physically constructed anything, if that's
exactly. And then, in Fate Zero, Bluebeard just summoned a giant fucking monster.
yeah, they never actually built stuff.
So yeah, I just thought that was interesting that both casters of Red, or the assassin that's kind of a caster of Red, both built something. One built a Noble Phantasm, which I'm like, what?
Kind of OP if you think about it. Yeah. I'm wondering if his ability is just like, if his Noble Phantasm is just like, I'm Shakespeare, so whatever I like want or write about or whatever is reality.
Yeah, and it was cool how he let Shiro escape. It's so weird not calling him Emiya. It's because like he's actually not Emiya.
Yeah, so you can't. But, you can't hate him as much now.
Yeah. Oh, and I still hate him. Just, like, a lot less. But the hate's still there. But, yeah. And then Shakespeare was just like, oh, but I can also do stuff. Like, I can help him get away. So, he's definitely not, like, useless, per se.
No, he's definitely a support type caster that's just going to be there, like, pumping everyone up.
Excuse me, yeah. Just like in Fate Grand Order.
Just like in Fate Grand Order. Oh, and I love how last week I was like, I feel like we're forgetting something, and then we went back for something else. But then I realized, no, we're still forgetting something. And now this episode I realized, oh shit, we didn't talk about how Sieg saved all the fucking homunculuses.
Oh, yeah, that happened.
He's so forgettable. I'm just like, oh, wait, he had a role in this.
I'm sorry, just everything else happened.
I know, because everything else more important is happening around it.
Freedom of other human beings?
Fuck that. It's just taking away from Karna versus Vlad.
They're barely human.
Yeah, they only live a year.
Yeah, ish. Oh yeah, and also, another reason why I love Sisugo so much more than I love Emiya. Sisugo is like, yeah, you're here. I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, I love that part. He was like, I'm bouncing. What the fuck, you want me to stay in the middle of a battlefield with you? Get out of here.
Yeah, fuck that shit. I'm out.
Also, Mordred gets like 1,000,000 points for speaking the truth about Siegfried. Like, she instantly just jumped. She was already at the top of my favorite servants, but she just jumped even further up. I felt like she was just reading... I felt like she was watching the podcast and just reiterated my thoughts on Siegfried.
And then next week, she subjugates Astolfo and, I don't know, forces him to marry her.
I also liked how there was like a huge sense of scale in this episode. Like a lot of the other Fate series, like even though they're Grail Wars, they felt like more duels, like really personal duels between servants. But this one is just like an actual
all out
war. Yeah. So I'm loving the sense of scale that it brings.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, shout out to the. Well, go ahead.
No, I just realized that like, even though it's like, oh, it's the Mage Association versus the Yig Millennia clan, I just realized like, when they say it's the Mage Association, no one from the Mage Association is really there. It's literally just Shiro summoning a bunch of servants and Tsukugo. Like, are there actually any other masters involved?
I feel like, because there probably are other masters that were there to summon the other servants, but I feel like they haven't shown them, except, like, in the shadows working with Shiro, so I'm thinking maybe Shiro...
What? I've never even seen other masters.
Like, I think they showed them once before, like, they were all at a table with Shiro at the head of it or something. But I think that, I'm pretty sure Shiro's, like, watch them all be homunculi or something, or they're all under Shiro's,
they're definitely
command.
under Shiro's control,
they're definitely not actual masters. They're like puppets or something.
Yeah, which is fucking insane.
It's also kind of wasted, because I feel like the black... Well, maybe if you put red masters in there, there'd be too many characters, I guess, because there's so much personality coming from the other side of the masters.
True, but also, why would they all report to Shiro? Because even though it's very clear who's in charge on like the black faction side, they all report to individual masters for orders.
Yeah.
Why do these
they even called Shiro servants master a couple times. I think different servants did. So yeah, kind of strange.
Do you think they all like transferred their?
I literally think that they're all they're all under Shiro's control. Like they're either puppets or homunculi or.
Do you think they've transferred
command
seals to him?
Probably.
Because if that's so, then they're no longer the master. Then he just has.
He just has. Does
that stack? Do they stack
that? I think they do because in Fate Zero, Kotomine had a bunch of command seals when he killed No, he did have. Yeah, I think he took them from somebody. I forgot who he took them from, but he had a bunch of command seals.
Interesting, very interesting. But yeah, I think that's pretty much.
Well, I just want to give a shout out to the cameos in the actual. We forgot the opening of the episode with the Nazis and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to the cameos by Zoken getting killed, and Fion was in the background as a servant of what's his name? The evil dude, Darnik. So it looked like Fion was Darnik's servant.
I didn't recognize anyone.
Didn't you have Fion in Fate Grand Order?
Fion, which one is that?
He's a gold lancer with blonde hair.
Oh, him?
Yeah, he was like in the background next to Darnik in his flashback, which leads me to believe he was probably Darnik's servant in that war.
That's fucking insane. Really, 2 Lancers?
Maybe.
That's crazy. But yeah. That's a good episode.
Amazing episode. Can't wait for next week. Can't wait to see. The only bad part is going to be when this whole giant fight is over and then it's going to be normal stuff again, and I'm like so disappointed.
Or maybe it won't be.
Yeah, maybe this show has unlimited budget and it'll just be a giant fight for the next 20 episodes or whatever.
Oh, wait. I did not know it went on for 25 episodes.
Yep.
Oh, shit. I actually
it feels really...
I take that all back. Yeah. It feels actually like it's coming to an end very soon.
Yeah, it does, right? This is the same way Fate Zero did. It was like the last half of the first season was like super hype, and then it got really hyped in the second half, but...
Yeah. Although I still, out of all of them, I even now, I feel like I'm still going to prefer Fate Zero over everything else.
Probably.
Only because, like, it's so much, like, attachment to, like, the storyline from the original Fate.
Yeah, and I felt like it was, like, just better told. I mean, Fate Zero was just like, so good. I can't really...
Yeah, Fate Zero was just, like, so amazing. Fate Proper is good, but it's just mostly, like, fighting. Like, it's just literally just fighting and, like, good, good compelling characters and fighting, but like that's it. Like it doesn't really like tug at you. It doesn't really like pull at you.
Yeah,
Like
there hasn't been any really
literally
oh shit
Kuretsugi
moments
all by
either.
himself like made me cry.
Yeah, I don't think Fate Apocrypha is gonna get that deep or be like. There might be a few like oh shit moments, but nothing on the level of like Fate Zero with the crazy amounts of shit that happened. But anyway,
pain.
before we stay on this for like 6 years,
let's move on before I get like depressed.
Yeah, Hajimete no Gao.
So I feel like this episode was just like very until like the last part.
I'm glad you said that because that's my exact feelings on this. I have no
like literally it was just like, okay, we're working, still working, and then the last scene when they had to where that manager was like forcing them to like read ecchi out loud or read like dojin. Is that would that be classified as dojin or erotica?
They were all like light novels that were actually they were more like erotic light novels. Okay, but there's like so, they even have. I know that they were referencing some like High School DxD and some other stuff. But I felt like this whole episode was like something they could have put in half an episode, but they felt like extending it to make a full episode out of it.
Yeah, I didn't think it was like that necessary. Oh, excuse me. Also, I looked like as they were reading, like there was like dubstep, like background music.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, why is it like as he puts her core, and then you in the back of your and I'm like, why?
I don't know. I feel like they should have done the first half of the episode was them working, and then the second half of the episode would be them at the beach. That would work perfectly fine.
Yeah, agreed. Yame was really cute in this episode, like more than usual in my opinion.
Yeah, especially at the end. I'm glad she got her little moment at the end with the main character whose name I forgot.
No, I know it. Junichi.
Is it Junichi?
Junichi.
Right. Yeah, there we go. I felt like that was it, but I'm like, no, it's probably not. That's super cliche.
Yeah, it's Junichi. But yeah. And then, Kashi was really cool because she said, fuck this shit. I'm going straight to corporate.
Going straight up the ladder. I did like the cosplay, too. The Monica cosplays. That was cute. Nice touch.
Yeah. Well, no, like, it was very, like, whatever episode. I love how, like, in the beginning, the pervert dude, like, the pedo dude was just, like, he literally was just going on and on. He was just, like, rambling about, like, trying to pick up kids at, like, a beach or something. Or, like, at the park. And then they're just, like, we don't... Like, we're just ignoring you now.
Yeah. And then he ends up working at, like, a daycare or something.
What the fuck is wrong with Kirito? Really? Well, perfect job for you, daycare. He's like, oh, that's perfect for me. I'm like, why would you do that?
Yes. I knew it was coming eventually.
That's crazy. And then he's like talking to the little girl at their school. And I'm just like, oh god.
Super inappropriate, super awkward moments in the show.
Yeah. But yeah, and that's all that was. Inappropriate moments everywhere and background dubstep.
Yeah, there's like not much to say about this episode, is there?
Yeah, no, not at all.
It was like nothing. It was just meh. It was a meh episode.
Yeah, it's a very meh episode. Moving on to Centaur no Naomi.
Something that was not a meh episode.
Not a meh episode at all. First of all, once again, just random shit. Again, just starts out with Hime practicing archery. Oh, they kept calling it like different names, and I was wondering what these names were.
I think Kyudo was... Well, did you research it?
I was going to, and then I forgot.
I think Kyudo is just like stationary archery where you're just standing there and hitting a target. And then the other one that Hime was doing was like horseback archery, which makes sense because she's like a horse.
Yeah. I I believe you are right. Because I wrote them both down. One is Kyudo and one is Yabusame?
Yeah.
Yes, you are correct.
Woo!
Well, yeah. So that's what they were doing.
Introduced a new character.
So Hime was... What?
And they introduced a new character.
Oh, and they introduced a new character, Ayaka, who is like her kohai.
Yeah, her kohai. They introduced a few new characters, but she was the main one that they introduced.
Oh, really? Wait, what new characters did they introduce?
I mean, like her teacher and whatever other. Like they weren't important. Yeah.
I don't count her. She was just like, I don't count her. She was just like, I'm here. Go back to practice.
Yeah, well, she had a few lines. I did like Ayaka though. She was a nice addition to the team or the main cast. If she becomes the main cast, I did like her whole dynamic.
Yeah, her whole super tsundere, senpai kohai complex.
And also I loved Kyoko again, showing how awesome she is by manipulating the situation by asking Hime to make a bet on send her on a date.
Yep. Oh my god, I'm so crazy. So in my notes, I meant to say Ayaka wins bet goes on date with Hime, but then I just dropped the E, so it says goes on date with him, and I'm like, huh?
There's no guys in the show that are important.
There's no important male characters in the show. What are you talking about?
I wish they had showed the date though. Like I wish, kind of. I kind of wish like they showed the date. Honestly,
I feel like they should have done that too. That would have been awesome. I mean, the second part was really cool.
Yeah. I don't want them to have to drop the second part because I was like, I wanted them to show the date, but I'm like, the second part was really good though.
The second part was really good. But yeah, apparently archery is literally like a way you low key like kind of pick up dates between like centaurs. Like this is how they like
it's
meet
like
up.
Their mating ritual.
I mean, I wouldn't be so crass to call it that, but I guess it's like a place where you often go to, and I guess Ayaka comes from a better off family, so she has more pressure to do well. So it's very interesting, like the bureaucracy of centaurs. Like I never thought I would say that out loud, but there is such a thing.
I'm wondering if this means that now they're going to get together, Ayaka and Hime.
What?
What?
Actually,
I mean, they hinted at it.
Because she is very, Actually, because from this show, they already have established that they're okay with lesbians.
Yeah, there's already a lesbian couple on the show. I'm just saying.
And Hime has literally never showed interest in a dude before.
Yeah, the one dude who she did, kind of... he showed interest in her,
yeah, and she rejected him.
Yeah.
Twice, technically.
Mm-hmm. So maybe?
Yeah, maybe. That'd be such a... That would be something that only this anime could do. Or would do, I should say.
And I guess we should go to the second half of the episode.
Wait, before we do, just a quick shout out. I just wanted to mention how it was so, the one scene with Ebi-chan where she gets caught by Hime, and then they were like, oh, Kyoko, it's totally your fault, you definitely stuck out, and then Ebi-chan is like, oh, it wasn't me, and I'm just like, oh my god, that's so cute. So it definitely was your giant fucking
yeah, it was your giant fucking snake neck shooting out of the bushes. I love her.
Gosh, she's so cute. I love her.
Yeah, the second half though started on a weird it was alright. The second half for me was just it started weird and then it just got fucking crazy bonkers at the end.
Yeah, I was like,
which
what
is expected of the show.
On? Yeah. So fun fact: merfolk only wear underwear in their towns.
Yeah,
and
they're
cities.
just topless. They just go.
Yeah, and then the whole thing with the two guys, as opposed to liking nudity, they they like when girls with big boobs cover up.
Yeah, which makes sense because if you like live in a society where everybody's just topless all the time, it's gonna lose its appeal. So it's like more a sense of trying to get underneath the person rather than underneath their clothes, which is why they liked the other girl who was like topless, but she was shy about it.
She was like shy, yeah, and they're like, woohoo, we like that she's hiding about it. Like,
yeah. So I'm glad, glad Merfolk Society is just a bunch of topless people walking around, swimming
and
around.
Topless people and kind of perverts.
Yeah. And then the whole second part of the second half was just... Yeah.
Yeah, it was old. First of all, continuing with that conversation about like the people who are just like, you know, cool with like boobs and stuff. I love how like with the old man and the girl. First of all, that was a sick burn. He said, "Oh,
oh yeah," when she jumped on the rock.
He's like, "Oh, I thought a boy was joining us." I was like, "Damn, what did she do to you?" What? Oh my god, that was so mean. Oh, that was funny. So yeah, and then they kept like emphasizing that she was like she was raised on like the mainland, quote unquote.
Yeah, they brought that up a couple times.
Yeah, which is why she's like so like embarrassed and whatnot. But yeah, so basically they offer a song to tag on their own merfolk god. And which is going good, and she's like singing, you know, very...
It got a little bit Disney like in the middle with fucking dolphins and shit coming out.
Yeah, very, very siren-ish, very Snow Whitey. Well, if Snow White was like a siren, not luring people to their deaths. And then giant fish monster appears and is like, "I am Tygon," and then the old guy's like, "No, you're not.
Fuck,
let's
you are.
run."
I love how they ran, and then she asked when they get far enough, like, "What is that?" And the guy's like, "I don't fucking know, a monster or some shit. I just whenever you see something and you don't know what it is, just fucking run."
And I'm like, yo, and that's exactly why he lived to a good, ripe old age.
I don't know what that is, but we're getting the Coast Guard and getting the fuck out of here.
Exactly. He does what you should do in every situation: run and get help.
Yeah. But the fish god was actually like working with the snake people, and
yeah, it was a ploy like by the
Antarcticans. Antarcticans.
Yeah. Snake people.
Snake people. We'll be racist and just call them snake people.
Yeah, right. Racist.
But one of them had like 4 arms.
Exactly, which is crazy. They're not snake people. Like not like from the place where Evie Chan's from. Because if you notice, they have fins.
Oh, they had fins too. Oh, see, this is why I love this show. So many details that you just need to. You can rewatch the show and pick up all the new shit.
I'm not sure if all of them had fins, but like I think the one with 4 arms had fins.
So maybe it's like a different race
like
of
brand of snack, because you know there are sea snakes like that actually those exist.
Yeah. So, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But it was implied that Evie Chan knew what I guess that she knew something about it, because she like the very next scene is her talking about, "Oh, did you know that merfolk have a snake god or have a fish god or some shit?" So I felt like, was she in on that or something, or
I doubt it. I believe in Evie Chan, and I know she would never do anything to harm people. She is a good girl.
I don't know if they were trying to harden. I think it was just like a test to kind of see.
Yeah, they were hinting.
What would happen?
Wasn't like Kyoko like hinting at it, or someone like someone was hinting. Oh, what was that? And someone said it like, oh, maybe some kind of like experiment by something like.
Yeah.
But the way they were talking, it sounded like it was like some weird conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Which isn't the first one that they've used in the show of things that may or may not be a conspiracy theory.
The show's so layered. It's so crazy.
I know. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, what are we talking about?
I love... only this show can have the first half of the episode fucking dedicated to just, like, random, just love story, date, slice of life thing. And then the whole second half is just about some conspiracy by snake people to fucking trick the merfolk.
Yeah. And then meanwhile, while they're talking about this, then they ask Mitama. This is her only scene in
She's
this
like,
entire episode, and it is fantastic. Oh my god! Like
She is my
literally, they're like,
favorite
"Oh, do you
character.
think that so does like a god exist?" And then she just has this great back and forth interlogue with herself, and and like there's like it's like a chibi version of her like as like a scientist, and chibi version of her as like some kind of like housewife outfit or something, or like as like an exorcist or something, or priestess. And one side's like, oh, like this doesn't exist. Can you prove it exists? Like it's such a weird concept. And the other one's like, oh, of course some god may exist. And they're like, oh, how do you know? How do you know? And she's like, isn't this how we get our income?
Yeah, and then the science side just shuts up, and then she's like, yes,
Yeah.
of course God does exist. And then she immediately starts marketing her fucking shrine.
Gosh, she's so shameless. I love it.
I think she's literally my favorite character, because she doesn't get as much screen time as anybody else, but whenever she
When
gets
she
screen time,
does.
it's just like she blows up the whole episode and sets everybody. Ah, she's so great.
She really is. She's like, yeah, she's my second favorite. She would be my favorite, but like, you know, Ebi-chan.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, let's move on to another really great episode. This was almost my episode of the week. Hitori Jime, My Hero, was almost my episode of the week again, because this episode is just so cute. This is such a sweet episode. Like, I love Sadagawa, like, a million times more. Like, he is just such, like he's just such a good high school character. Like,
I feel like we're gonna disagree. Like, I like the episode, but I'm disagree with you on the Sadagawa part of it.
why?
I felt like he was out of character this episode. Like, he was way too shy and kind of like ditzy and non-confrontational. Like, I get that he's kind of
He's usually non-confrontational. When did he ever confront anything ever?
I know, but he was way too shy. Like, when it just comes to giving Kosuke a lunch, and he's just like freaking out over, like, oh my god, he's never had that kind of issue before. He's just
freaking
be like,
out over it because that's things that only like girlfriends and boyfriends do for each other. So it would cast immediate suspicion, you know, if a student is giving like a teacher like a bento, and yet they're actually dating. He's doing it because he wants to protect, like, he doesn't want them to get found out. Meanwhile, fucking Kensuke is like, yeah, let's pretend like we're both in high school. I make out with you in the stairway. Totally nothing bad could happen. I totally can't lose my like fucking teaching license or something. I'm caught making out with a student or arrested. Like
I get that he's been in the past very like, you know, yeah, he's non-confrontational. I just don't think he's as shy as being, you know, that cautious around.
I don't know. It's
Kosuke
not.
Or Kensuke.
It's not being shy. It's not just being shy. It's also just. I think you're just doing that so like I don't know. Like, I understand where he's coming from. It's like, hey, this is like a pretty big thing. First of all, this is his first boyfriend. I think he's allowed to be all like first boyfriend mode. All right.
Fine.
Jesus, you weren't fucking
Fine.
Rico Suave when you had your first girlfriend. All right.
Fine.
Come some fucking slack.
I will cut him slack if he continues to be. It was like episode 13.
His first boyfriend is with a grown man who's also his teacher.
If this is
but he's not bold enough to give him his bento box.
If he's like this next episode, I'm bringing it up again. Fine, I'll give it for this episode. I'll give it to him. He can be a little bit shy. Then.
Speaking of which, that gets me pissed off about fucking those annoying girls. Why can't they just die? Just go somewhere and die. Stop ruining everything.
I do like my favorite part of this. One of the favorite parts of the episode was when Kosuke kind of diffused the whole. Because I when I was watching, I'm like, oh, they're gonna build up to Sadagawa being jealous of one of the girls because he thinks Kosuke is dating, like, interested in a girl, and I'm like, oh my god, this whole thing is gonna be like so stupid. He's gonna think that Kosuke is interested in this girl or something. And then he just totally diffused that by being like, "Oh, I only make lunch by my loving wife." So
yeah, that was good
really
on.
good.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
She's
Thank
done.
God for Kensuke. Kensuke is doing. Sorry, Kosuke is doing some smart things for once in his life.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna be coming back anytime soon.
Yeah, thank God. Yeah, maybe in the next episode, it was, oh, she transferred schools. I'm like, thank God.
She killed herself.
Okay, see, you took it there. Was I thinking about it? Sure, but still,
you
I
the
didn't
first
say
one
it.
said, why these girls just die?
Whatever, that was figure of speech.
Oh, figure of speech. Tell that to the judge.
But yeah, that was a huge thing about this episode. Like, I was like, why is Setagawa being the responsible one while Kosuke's like, I'm willing to throw my entire livelihood away just because I can make out with my boyfriend. ...
Yeah, that was kind of weird. I mean, he's done it before, like in the previous episode. Like in the episode, it was like 3 or 4 episodes ago, where he tried to kiss Setagawa in the hallway.
You mean actually kiss Setagawa in the hallway?
Yeah, that.
You mean actually kiss?
When he actually kissed Setagawa in the hallway, I forgot he did actually kiss him in the hallway.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, so it's not like... I guess he's kind of just reckless about who he loves.
Yeah, I mean, it's romantic. It's nice and romantic, but it's like, also, do you want to keep your job and, like, not... Do you also, like, want to go to jail? Because if you want to, you're doing a great job so far. But yeah, Hasekawa... I love Hasekawa. Oh my god, I love Hasekawa. He's just so good, because he's just such a bitch. Ugh.
Every show, like, every romance from now on needs a character like him that's just, like, cuts all the shit out of the episode and is like, alright, we're not doing this shit. We're gonna fix this right now. Because he always shows up and just fixes everything.
Really, he just tells everyone, hey, you, get your shit together, alright?
What the fuck is wrong with you? Fix this. Stop being stupid.
Oh my god. And then I love, like, he's always like that to everyone else, especially fucking Setagawa. Like, every time Setagawa put his hands on Kensuke, he literally just throws a pail at his face. Like, I love it. But and then he's just so he's just so sweet with Kensuke. Like, he's just really legitimately, like, nice with him.
Yeah.
And then he just tells everyone to fuck off.
It's a good dynamic whenever Kensuke doesn't have a chance to get a lot of spotlight, because then you don't get to see how annoying he is.
Exactly. I love that joke, Kensuke only has, like...
I loved his joke this episode where he kept accusing everyone of cheating.
Oh, yeah, that's cute. He's like, you're also cheating. I'm like, shut up, Kensuke. Just go in a corner. Oh my god, he was really funny. I also love Setagawa's cute side, like, came out when he was, like, with animals.
Yeah.
Like, that was really nice. And then, like, the also scene when they brought down, like, that new kid, like, who was their new appointed chef. And he's like, so, is it because I can't cook anymore? And he's like, well, you guys haven't been able to cook. And the other guys are like, oh, you weren't able to, like, cook recently, and whenever you did, it came out bad. And then he just starts crying. And they're like, wait, he's crying. That was just such a good scene, because that's just, like, I don't know, I feel like Setagawa, now that all this, like, over-the-top drama shit is, like, over, now they're, like, allowing his personality to, like, shine.
Yeah, they are. At least until the next dramatic arc, which I assume is going to be his mom.
Which is good. Yeah, exactly. Until his slut mother is all like, you can't be happy! Whoa, whoa, this is totally inappropriate. You totally...
I can't have you dating an older guy. This fucking immoral.
Yeah, it's crazy. Excuse me while I go suck these 2, like, 6-year-old dicks for $500. Like... Oh, God. Although, shout out to all the sex workers. What you do is actually good. So.
Yes. Good job.
Shout out to the sex workers. Yeah. Let's move on.
Yep. Saiyuki?
It's Saiyuki.
Just action the episode.
Just another episode. Yeah, just like Apoc, just lots of fighting.
By the way, if you're hemophobic, just don't watch the show. You're gonna like fucking go in a coma from seeing all the blood splatter on the screen and shit.
Yep. first of all, brings up, I just love how this anime keeps bringing up all these things that I haven't even considered. Like, for once, I've never considered Gojo, like, potentially succumbing to, like, the demonic wave, quote unquote.
I guess it makes sense, though.
Huh?
I guess it makes sense, though.
Yeah, because he's half human. Half demon. I mean, that statement's also true, but you know what I meant.
Yeah.
Also, to anyone who didn't... Well, I already spoiled it for you, which now I kind of feel bad I spoiled it for you, because I didn't think they would, like... I wouldn't even say reveal it. Yeah, I wouldn't say reveal it, like, show the past again, because, like, I've more or less seen this in, like, multiple ways. I guess they feel like they had to show it again for all those people who haven't watched it before.
Mm-hmm. You had a pretty shitty childhood.
Oh, yeah, they all have awful past. Like, all of them. All of them. Fucking terrible. I forgot what Sanzo's is, but also, it's also bad.
There is no
just assume it's also bad. No one here has a good past. Even the bad guys. I mean, obviously, you saw Dokugaku's past, which is where Gojo was about to get killed by his stepmother, and Dokugaku killed his mother to save Gojo.
What about Kai? Can he have a good past, or is it just like also traumatic and horrible and shitty?
Do you want me to say it, or do you want to like potentially wait for them to?
All right, let's wait and see if they do anything, and then tell me if it's episode 12 and they haven't done anything.
But yeah, to clarify that, it's also bad. It's pretty awful. But yeah, I wasn't aware of the double suicide. I wasn't aware that, like, you know, Gojo and Dokugaku's dad, like, killed himself with his human lover. That I did not know.
Seems kind of shitty.
Yeah, I can understand why the mom kind of just lost her mind. Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
I did like the interactions between Kai and Gojo when he kept trying to not get Gojo to focus on the fact that he might have a demon mark on the back of his neck.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, yeah, you tired? No, you feeling good?" And he's like, "I feel great, better than ever." And he's like, "Oh, time to put my jacket off. It's getting kind of hot here." He's like, no, you're fine.
Keep the jacket on.
It's gonna get cold any minute. Trust me. I also like this fight scene between Sanzo and Kokaji.
Yeah,
I wasn't aware Sanzo could fight like that. Because it's kind of just him. Either he shoots the gun or he does the incantation. That's kind of his thing. Like, I wasn't aware that him and Kokaji was like fighting. Like, they could fight on the same, you know, level. Because Kokaji is pretty strong, as you saw, like the giant curling flaming dragon.
Felt like I was watching fucking Yu Yu Hakusho for a second, watching Hiei fight or something.
Right. Which is so funny because Kokaji always ends up getting his ass kicked. Oh yeah, because there's like the other people usually. Oh yeah, but that statue in the wall, that's like that's Kokaji's mother, who's like, you know, being held hostage by like the lady. I forget what her name is.
Is she like a demon lord or something? Or is she just like a regular person? Kind
of. She's like a big bad demon. Yeah, she's pretty like up there, and which is why she's keeping like she's making him do her bidding, because she's like, well, if you don't do what I say, I'm just gonna like kill your mother in this statue. So he wants to also like revive like Lord Gyoamo, because that's his father. And then his father will, like, I guess, you know, revert his mother back to normal.
Or just kill everybody. One of the two.
Nah, I don't think he'll kill Kokaji. But yeah. So yeah, that was basically it. I'm excited for the next episode.
I feel like the
I'm
next
really
episode's also just going to be just nonstop action. Like, I feel like the
Yeah.
last few episodes are just going to be action.
Yeah. Also, I didn't know that other dude that's kind of like after the other Sons of Priest. I forget his name. I didn't know he could also do like spells and stuff.
Oh yeah. He did
That
like a
was
giant
pretty
wind
cool.
slicing spell thing.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, and like just like lots of good bloody violence.
Lots of blood.
Everyone's getting fucked up. Like everyone's getting fucked up. So yeah, we'll look forward to that. Moving on is not
no Hero Academia this week.
Yes, not. We're just gonna go straight to good times.
Now we get to go straight to Netsuzou Trap. Yay!
Once again, this is an episode where nothing really happened. Like, I think it's just like a lot of setup for next week.
Well, I kind of feel like a few things happened. Nothing like insane, but I think that what you said before, the theory you posed of Yuma going yandere is pretty much incoming. Like, she kind of had like a semi-mental breakdown at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
So,
she's like, I need her all to myself.
I must have her. She can't do that. And I feel like Hotaru knows what she's too smart. Like, if it was anyone else, I wouldn't suspect it. I feel like Hotaru is too smart to not realize that her doing that job is, like, getting to Yuma. So I feel like he's doing it on purpose to frustrate her and see what it does.
But also because it pays well.
Yeah, and also because it pays well. Because she does have a point. She's like, when she was like, listen, you can't tell me what kind of job I can do.
Yeah, that's something my boyfriend can do. And then, I know that must have hurt her.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, Hotaru.
Yeah.
I mean, Yuma definitely deserves to hear those words, but damn.
Cutting deep.
Mm-hmm. And
also
then, of course, fucking Fujiwara being Fujiwara is like, yeah, she kind of wants to move out so she can get away from you.
Yeah, that's what I had an issue with. Like, why? I feel like he's not the type that lies, but I feel like that was like a direct lie. I'm not sure if she wants to save the money so she can move out. It's probably for some other stupid thing.
Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised if she did want to move out, though. Because she doesn't seem to have, like, a lot of plans for her future, as she said. And, yeah, if the person that you love is next door, I don't think, like, obviously he spun it in a way that makes her seem, like, bothersome. But it's like, I love you, but I can't have you, so I'm just gonna go away.
Yeah,
which
but
makes
I just
sense.
feel like I can't see Hotaru's character wanting to get away from Yuma. I don't feel like she's nice enough to be like, I don't want to bring Yuma down this path. But I don't feel like she hates Yuma either, and wants to, I don't know. I would need to.
She doesn't hate her. She's just like, I don't know. I think she's trying to protect herself at this point.
But she didn't do a good job of that at the maid cafe.
Oh, she had to get her to work. Yeah.
Where she helped her put on her underwear.
But she was very good about it. She's like, she could just like put her panties aside and literally just ate her pussy out. But she didn't. She decided not to.
This is not a rated 18 show, so we'll save that for the spin-off, hopefully, that comes out of this.
It's not a rated 18 show. Except the part where she actually fingers her. Like,
man, that was for like a second.
Yeah, for a second. You mean a couple minutes? Like, as in Fujiwara was able to get a nice shot of it? Yeah, exactly my point.
It is just a maid cafe, though, at the end of the day. I don't see why it's so, like, oh my god, Hotaru works at a maid cafe? Like, I think Hotaru at one point was like, listen, it's not like I'm fucking prostituting myself in the middle of the streets. Like, yeah, it's a touchy maid cafe, but it's not like...
Yeah, I don't
bending her
Yuma
over a
was
table
being,
or anything.
Yuma was definitely being over the top because she's a stupid bitch.
Tell me how you really feel, though.
Stupid bitch. I don't hate her that much. I don't. It depends. I don't hate her that much right now.
I
just think she was very. I think she was very like uppity. She's like, oh, like, this place is too good for you. Oh, but, like, are you too good to, like, you know, cheat on your boyfriend with her?
I don't hate Yuma. I just feel like I don't hate anyone except Fujiwara. That's the only one I hate.
Oh god, I hate everyone except for Takeda.
Poor Takeda. He's about to be back in the middle of it. He doesn't even realize it.
I can't believe he kind of asked her out. I'm like, what the fuck?
You're setting yourself up again.
Jesus, come on.
I mean, like I feel
you
bad
know,
for him
like there are 4 episodes left. Just stay clear for 4 fucking episodes.
Yeah, at a certain point, you got to realize, like, all right. I feel like he's as dense as Yuma is at this point. Like, all right, dude, you got to figure out. There's something going on here between Yuma and
First of all, I don't think he's dense. It'd be really hard seeing how he's never seen what Fujiwara has seen.
I mean, you don't have to see it. I'd be like, it's kind of weird that they're always together and like it. I don't know. If I
Girls
was
in high school are always like that.
Not to that degree. If I was with,
they're not living together, but they're always hanging out and shit like that. To that degree, yes.
Like, I mean, Fujiwara picked up on it real quick. Like, all right, something's going on here. It's not like he just stumbled on it. He definitely suspected something was going on. And then he happened to stumble upon it.
But yeah, before then, that would have been, like, suspicions. And now it's, like, no longer suspicion. And also, he's an awful human being. So, of course, awful people would expect the worst because they're awful themselves.
Well, maybe next episode he'll get, like, hit by lightning. Or maybe Yuma will kill him. Maybe next episode Yuma kills him.
Oh my, that would be, like, that. In my mind, for some reason, that would redeem her. That would actually redeem her.
Murder will redeem you.
Yep.
I feel like we're definitely getting we're not definitely getting, but I can see it more real now than ever before that this might have a School Days-esque ending.
Yeah.
Maybe Hotaru and I feel like, all right, maybe this will happen. Hotaru,
Thelma and Luis.
Yeah, Hotaru like tricks. Well, doesn't trick, but she starts having sex with Fujiwara, and then Yuma just shows up and slits his throat or something, and they escape.
Yes, and then I don't know, they have some like disgusting bloody sex on top of his corpse,
and then Takeda just like, "Where's Yuma? Why isn't she at the date? We were supposed to meet here an hour ago."
And then they just kill Takeda. Let's put him out of his misery. I'm tired of him asking where I am all the time.
Yeah, and they just escape into the night to live their manipulative, murderous lifestyles together.
Yes, as all lesbians should in anime.
Well, that's our prediction of how this series ends.
Yep. And with that note, we are going to end this wonderful episode of G&A Podcast. If you enjoyed us talking about good lesbian murdery goodness, then by all means, like, comment, and or subscribe. Do you have anything else to add, Soroni?
Nope, that's it. The Dream Cream Sisters are out.
Yep. Until then, my loves, have a good night, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Later.